Trump's authoritarian takeover of democracy, complete with military occupation of our cities, calls for a code red response. But a lot of times, code pink is just as good. Just last night, Code Pink flat out demolished Trump inside a swank DC restaurant where he was accompanied by J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, and Pete Hegseth. I'm going to show video of Code Pink absolutely taunting Trump and giving him no place to hide. It's an act of resistance that is brilliant, as well as being well planned, highly organized, and executed with precision. So just who is Code Pink that they can pull off such an operation? Well, officially, Code Pink is a feminist grassroots organization working to end U.S. warfare and imperialism, support peace and human rights initiatives, and redirect resources into healthcare, education, green jobs, and other life-affirming programs. So in other words, they're a bunch of badasses. The plan was textbook brilliant, but then what do you expect? They're feminists. Have you ever seen a stupid feminist? Take a look at the kid from Texas A&M who complained that her professor's lecture on gender was against the law because it went against Donald Trump and what she had been taught from the Bible. Think she's ever going to have the brains to be a feminist? Methinks not. Or how about another MAGA favorite, Riley Gaines, the anti-trans warrior who can't seem to get it through her head that fifth place is not exactly being robbed of an award. How's someone that stupid ever going to understand the complexity of gender, let alone be smart enough to become a feminist? Code Pink, on the other hand, uses their brains to plan effective resistance. In this case, they used their network of contacts to find out that Trump was dining at Joe's Seafood, Prime Steak, and Stone Crab. Then they were able to make a last-minute reservation so that they were there in the dining room when Trump and his sycophant train came rambling in. And just think about the cleverness of that move. If they had just planned to confront Trump out on the sidewalk, they might have been removed before Trump even got there. And even if they hadn't, they would have had maybe 10 seconds to shout at him as he runs inside. This way, they are already inside and already eating. They are patrons and they have the right to be there. That takes insight and really good planning, but it gets even better. Organizers for Code Pink were just hoping to be in the same restaurant with Trump, but they got lucky and took advantage of that luck. DC organizer Olivia DiNucci said, "We thought it was just going to be Trump. We didn't know that it was all of his cabinet, and we didn't think they would be in such an open room. We thought he'd be in a different area, and we were placed really close to them." DiNucci and fellow activists took advantage of their rare stroke of luck and took it to Trump and his group of untalented trolls. Watch how they confront him.
Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! What do you want your legacy to be? Let's go. He's terrorizing communities in DC.
Time to go.
He's terrorizing communities
Time to
all
go.
over the world.
Time to go.
Puerto Rico.
Let's go.
Effective resistance always involves symbolic warfare, and that's what is so stunning about Code Pink's confrontation. They unmask the brutality of Trump and his regime by disrupting the codes of decorum that accompany expensive dining. Children are starving to death in Gaza thanks to Trump's enabling of Netanyahu, but he and his cohorts are going to feast and talk shop like it's all in a day's work. Russia continues to kill innocent men, women, and children in Ukraine, and Trump allows it to happen because he's too weak and too stupid to confront Putin. Code Pink disabuses Trump of quietly enjoying the trappings of privilege and power by infiltrating his space, disrupting the decorum, and calling him out for what he is. Because the best part of all of this is Trump giving his little gesture of power, "You need to go." And the real beauty of it is, by disrupting decorum, they hold the power in that space, even longer than their confrontation. Because even when and if they are forced to stop, the space of that evening will never be the same. Their actions will hang over it like a pall. Trump and his cronies will pretend it never happened. They may even try to brush it away, but they will only be kidding themselves. Their power was taken from them, however briefly. What Code Pink teaches the rest of us is that we all must act in kind. We must plan, organize, and execute symbolic warfare wherever Mango Mussolini decides to go. The veneer of legitimacy must be stripped from this murdering moron and his clown show wherever they go. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.